Hello ma'am, I have a book for reading which name is Reignited. It was written by APJ Abdul Kalam and Srijan Pal. In 2011, Srijan and I were in Indore for a lecture series at the Indian Institute of Management. My lecture was to begin at 2 in afternoon. At about 1:30 p.m., just after lunch, it suddenly struck me there was a particular representation which we needed to add to the lecture. But when we searched on our laptops, that file was missing. In my Delhi office, we have a server which store all the files, lecture and representation that we were prepared over the years. So Srijan immediately called up the office to request someone to send the file via email. However, in Delhi, my friend Major General Swaminathan was not available on phone. He was sitting at the server computer. He did not respond to his emails either. We were running out of time and had barely 10 minutes left for the lecture. After calling him again and again, we realized that he must be away from his phone. So we decided to remotely access his computer. Srijan had easier created a digital bridge for remote access login on the server. He immediately took out his mobile phone and downloaded some application and the toolkit. Soon he was able to create a bridge to the server using 3G connectivity. The computers in Delhi started behaving according to the way they were being controlled on the mobile phone in Indore. My friend Swaminathan suddenly noticed that was the mouse pointer had started moving without his command. That file were opening in front of him and sent out via email to my ID without his intervention. He was shocked and immediately called me to report the computers were out of control. I pacified him and explained how we could remotely control our system in Delhi using a mobile phone anywhere. Isn't that a gift of science? Today, emails travel in seconds across the globe at no cost. Unlike letters which would take few weeks, even months, you can order product of your choice from online shops. In fact, these days even cars can be bought online. I will use the internet map service many times to determine direction during visit to remote villages and online translation to convert text from one language to another. This gift of science came from scientists spanning over countries. Their relentless pursuit, often at personal risk to life and property, has enabled humanity to unravel the many mysteries of science and pave the way for new invention. What makes such scientific pursuit possible? What makes a great scientist? How can one be a successful scientist? Which branch of science should one pursue? These are just some of the questions we will address during the journey of this book. Great inspiration makes great scientists. In 1888, a 9-year-old shy boy in Manchuria, Germany, received a unique gift from his father. This gift was compass, basically an enclosed magnetic needle which would always point north. The young boy would carry the compass in his pocket and observe the needle. No matter how much he turned the compass, the needle just kept swinging back to point northward. The boy calibrated the sun's direction on the compass and discovered how it moved from east to west. This experience made a lasting impression on him. The boy later called this the first miracle of his life. His interest in compass was reinforced when he found a caring mentor who helped him hone his idea.